Hi, Congress. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about Hackbases and hacker nomadism. Hackbases are living hackerspaces. So, there's this design pattern that hackers shouldn't actually sleep in hackerspaces. That's probably a good idea if the space isn't designed for that. But if you got like a separate space, or if it's a camp or something, then it might actually work. So I decided to kind of investigate that in Canary Islands, Lanzarote. And the other part to my talk is hacker nomadism, which would be kind of like the idea that if we have several hack bases, then we could possibly maybe move around them, kind of to form a kind of new lifestyle. So the hack base is, that's where it is. You see, that's like the Saharan desert. The Canary Islands are a Spanish, a still running Spanish colony. There's about 100 volcanoes in the place. It looks like Mars or Moon or something, and it's really awesome to live and hack there. There's like a long description of what kind of goes on there. If you look at kind of the bottom part, it's this kind of self-sustainability, resilience, but also critical theory, temporary architecture, and energy systems and so forth, because the whole idea is really to go to build everything ground up, and right, so these are some of the recent pictures for the project. For 2 years it was a normal house, but then the house kind of got too small. There was like 17 people at one time in running around before Christmas in a house that had kind of like 1 or 2 bedrooms. So that was kind of crazy. So we decided, okay, let's try to, rather than spend money on rent, buy land in the desert and just start building it there. And these are some of our first experiments this year. Okay, that will be general about the Hackbase project. So about hacker nomadism, right? Then if you're in the Hackbase for 2, 3, 4 months, then you're like, okay, what, or Congress is ending, you might ask yourself, what do I want to do next in my life, right? And the totalism.org/calendar is attempt at a systematic overview of everything that's going on in the European hacker scene. This is just like a short list of events. Of course, as all sites on this page, it's openly editable, so you can you are kindly invited to freely participate. As you see, there's actually quite a lot of going on, and the intention of my talk is to encourage you to go to more of these events and leave some of this Congress feeling also in the middle of the year. The second systematic part is a collection of maps. So I've been moving around a lot for the last 4 or 5 years. I've basically been living like this. And I've compiled kind of like pretty conclusive maps of these different cities I've lived in for at least like 2 months or so. That's Berlin. Sorry, it's on Google Maps. Really, like I'm gonna set up OpenStreetMaps, but it was really the easiest thing to just start with this. So it's gonna be ported soon. Yeah. That's the hackerspaces.org definition of hackbases. There's actually several ones, right? So Cyber Hippie Totalism is the long official name for the one I'm running. There's 2 in India. There's there's Calafao in Barcelona and so on. So there's really a bunch of these spaces already running. You're really invited to check them out, send emails, and so on. And this is the third and final systematic investigation I'm hosting on the site. It's it's not only about hack bases, right? I mean, if you look at the talk yesterday, I mean, what was it? 10 years after we lost the war, it was really there was a very positive, I think, encouragement to work with others, right? So to acquire these topics, I've also like looked at different spaces, and they're listed here. This is the poster. And that's our plans for this season. We want to buy land and everything else and live with lizards and hack. That's it. Thanks.
Thanks a lot. So next talk, impact, if you remember that from